and welcome to the ROCKATX online worship experience. You're getting ready to experience God on another level. Whatever you're seeking from God for your life is available for you as you praise, hear the word, and transform your situation. While you're worshiping with us, feel free to interact with our online ministers in the chat and share this broadcast with your friends and family so they can join you online. Also, make sure you subscribe and follow the ROCKATX on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram to stay connected to all the Rock is doing. Now, shake off the worries of the week and get ready to give God some praise. Service will begin soon.
Dr. Carson said this years ago. I was in a meeting, and I always remember it. He says, "You want to be big, but little got you." A lot of us in life, we want to be big, but little. You want to be big in life, but little. You're always mad, you're always offended, you're always sad, you're always depressed, you're always defensive, you want to be mad, you want to be big, but little got you. You know, you talking about what you're going to be in life, but little got you. You can't finish school because little. You can't stay at work because little. Because everybody don't understand you, and everybody going to disrespect you. You want to be big, but little got you. See, little will make you go off on your boss. Little will make you quit when you get stressed out. Little will make you drop. Listen, you might be on the verge of something big, but because of the providential hand of God, you don't know what God is doing, and so little. Am I making sense to anybody? See, little is what makes you go get drunk when it comes time to making a decision. Little is what caused you to get high when life ain't working out the way you want it to work out. I'm talking to people. You want to be big, but little got you. Am I making sense? Now, so I'm going to talk to you because I see when I look at David and when we look at this story, it's interesting to me because we see something and we see some attitudes that I believe can help us to actually understand the value of little. Because God is using these little things, right? These little steps. And I want to be big. I want God to use me in a big way, but I got to change my little mindset. And so what can I learn from David in this text that can help me to say, wait a minute, I got to start thinking differently. I got to start acting differently. Go to my first slide. It says this. Now, big people learn to manage their emotions in little moments. Big people learn to manage their emotions in. The text says this. Now David was the son of that Ephrathite, thank you, of Bethlehem, Judah, whose name was Jesse. And he had 8 sons. And the man was old, advanced in years, in the days of Saul. And the 3 oldest sons of Jesse had gone out to follow Saul to battle. David's the youngest, and he gets to watch his dad say, now you go fight, and you go fight, and you go fight. We got a war going on, son. We need some warriors out there. Okay, then who's going to go? Okay, I'm going to pick you, and then you, and you. Big people learn how to manage their emotions in those. The three oldest sons of Jesse had gone out to follow Saul. But little Davy, go hang out with the sheep. See, I'm a big brother, so I know how big brothers do. Big. David, can you go get my sword? I got to hurry up. I got to follow Saul because, we got some battles to fight. We're fighting for the nation, for the country. And Dad told me that I need to be the one to represent our family. David, can you go and listen? When you go to sheep tomorrow, can you get some of that milk and churn it real good and bring me some cheese or something before I leave? Blvd, you need something? You need something? Yeah. Oh, David, could you wash his belt for him right quick because I need you. He needs you to have that big brother stuff. Listen. Hey, listen, David. Have you seen my shoes? David, now I gotta saw the king is coming. I need. Dad told us that we gotta go out there and fight for the nation, David. So before you go out there, listen. I hear the sheep. Before you deal with the sheep, can you get my shoes and make sure they straight, Davy? Big people learn how to manage their emotions in the little moments. How many times have you aborted something big because of how it made you feel? Your offense, your hurt, your disrespect. Listen, I can tell you. I can tell you my own stories. My first job was at Taco Bell. My first job was at Taco Bell. I was 15 years old. My first job was at Taco Bell. And I wasn't even a cashier guy. I was a guy in the back making the ground beef and the beans. We closed on the weekends at 2:00. So Taco Bell was the spot where if you was partying and having a good time, it was the last thing open. So you would always have the drunk people that would come about 1:30 and mess up the whole store. And so some of y'all say, I know them people. Some of y'all say y'all were those people. But they came, and they messed up our store. I mean, it was, and so it was like 3:30 in the morning. They leave, and the store is like it's completely trashed, So now we got to clean up the store. You got to close and everything else, and so it's 5 o'clock in the morning because it took us. I mean, we had to mop and sweep and take out the trash and clean everything and start all over, and so the manager comes in at 5. And he looks and he doesn't like the status of the store. So he has this big inspection. He's like, we're going to be working till we get this thing right. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. So the little Moody was like, you gonna come in here, you've been asleep. And now you're going to come up here swinging and talking crazy to us. Talking noise to us, and you swinging your big stick and everything else, and tell Moody, get this done. And so 15, little Moody decided that he wasn't going to take the disrespect. So little Moody, literally in the middle of the freezer, because he was like, clean this up. I took off my shirt in the freezer, threw it at his face. Walked out, because he wasn't going to disrespect me. Drove home shirtless. But when it was time to get paid, then I found out that I came up a little short. Why? Because in the big moment, I was unable. In a little moment, I wasn't able to be big. And I lost my job. Am I making sense? My second job was at McDonald's. And I lost my job at McDonald's over a girl. She said to me, my mama's not going to be at home. I had to work from 5 to close. She said, my mama's not going to be at home tonight. 16-year-old Moody. I had to think about, do I work and make money I told my boss, I said, listen, I'm not going to be able to come in tonight. He said, Charles, he says, if you don't come in, he says, you're going to be fired. And I said, well, you're going to have to fire me. He said to me, but if I fire you, you're not going to be able to get any type of, I'm not going to be able to give you any type of reference. And it's going to be on your resume forever. I was like, I just want to put McDonald's on my sheet. Big people, am I making sense to somebody? Learn how to manage their emotions in those. What do you do in the little moment? How do you handle the little moment? David had to, listen, while his brother's going out, listen, can you imagine? It's not only offensive that your brothers go out, but when the prophet comes to your house and he says, one of your sons is going to be the king, the Lord told me, your dad calls everybody but you. I want you to understand. Your brothers don't believe in you, and your dad don't believe in you. Big people learn to manage their emotions in those. How many times you don't want to help somebody because they disrespected you? How you fighting the HEB person? Why are you taking a chance on being dragged out of Walmart? Because they cut you in line. Big people learn to manage their emotions in those. Am I making sense to somebody? Am I making sense? Don't abort your big future for the little disrespect. Am I making sense? Making sense? Cutting them off. Oh, you ain't gonna cut me off. Pow, pow, pow. Big people. Big people. Am I making sense to you? Let them have it. So David had to manage this situation because he had 8 sons, but you the least. He ain't calling you. Other people are getting sent to serve with Saul, and he ain't even thinking about you. Am I making sense? Go to my next slide. Am I making sense? James 1 and 2 says this: Brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials. That means when you go through something, James says, keep yourself together. Knowing that the testing of your faith, God, why are you testing me? Produces patience. And let patience have its. God, why are you doing this to me? I'm working something out. Be big. It's just a little moment. Be big. Think big, right? That you may be perfect and complete, lacking. Listen, so that means this, that my little trial is trying to bring me big wisdom. My little trial, my little season, my little moment is trying to give me big dividends. But I got to manage myself in a little moment. Am I making sense? Makes sense. Go to my next slide. Let me show you this. So listen, wisdom is the reward for the tenacious. If you just do the right thing over and over again and keep yourself locked in, James says that your reward is wisdom.
Thank you for worshiping with us today. If you're in need of prayer or someone to talk to, our online ministers are available for you right now in the chat. And we invite you to join us again for our extraordinary worship services every Sunday at 10:30 a.m., Sunday at 4 p.m., and Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Central, where Dr. Moody teaches how to understand the Bible and you can get your biblical questions answered. We look forward to connecting with you and ask that you subscribe to The Rock ATX on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay connected to all The Rock is doing. Also, you can connect with us through our website at TheROCKATX.org. Again, thank you for worshiping with us, and be blessed.